Welcome my Geminis to your December monthly zodiac sign reading. I'm Christine. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm Christine, an intuitive spiritual coach, energy healer, energy reader, and I wear many other hats. And if you're returning, it's amazing and wonderful to see you. Thank you all for stopping by. We are going to take a look at what messages and guidance the universe has for you for this month, what your soul needs to know, let go of, and final advice to move forward. So grab a drink and let's get started. What does the universe want my Geminis to know at this time? What do they need to be aware of? What do they need to know for their soul growth? I don't know why I shuffled. I was plucking cards before. Thank you. Oh, you guys got an extra card. Bottom of the deck, we have Four of Cups, Page of Wands, Six of Coins. Some of you are really focused on your relationships right now. You're investing in them and yourself. I feel like this is self-care. You know, when you neglected or maybe not have put a lot of time into your connections, I feel like some of you are focusing this season of your life right now in filling back your cup and others. We got Eight of Wands, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sag. The Tower card, dun, 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 Scorpio energy. Ten of Coins, Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. And Two of Coins, more Earth, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. There's some type of quick, unexpected change. It almost makes me think of Uranian energy where you don't even see it happening. And I feel it has to do with I'm getting stability, your foundation. It could be your home, but it could also be dealing with your money, your finances, or your work. Eight of Wands is a pretty quick move, a very quick pivot where you're like out. There could also be some type of conflict, and we see a lot of fire here. So something's being extinguished out. This could be, for some of you, some type of expense that's coming through where you've had to put a lot of money towards your family, because we got a shit ton of energy here. Some of you are parents that I'm connecting to, or you simply have a lot of folks that you support or take care of or that rely on you, because I feel like there's some type of unexpected expenses or something to your stability. And it could be something like, oh, you know, this person, maybe they need extra money for school, or their expenses were bigger than you realized. But I feel like it's in support of this foundation. It's a family unit that I'm getting strongly. I also feel like it has to do with your investments as well. Some of you are changing path, changing your line of, I guess where you put your energy would be the best way to say this. You're changing how you invest things. I feel like this is a wake-up call energy too, which is interesting what I got before with the cards under the deck. My Gemini, some of you are getting quick wake-up calls. Some of this is internal. It's nothing big from the outside that I'm getting, but it's going to affect your physical reality, because I feel like you're getting wake-up calls. Some of you have been overworking. There's a slight, like the scales are a little bit tilted here. Some of you may have been putting way too much time in work, perhaps building something, working long hours, or taking on extra responsibilities, or you're in a role that requires a lot of responsibility. So that means you need to invest a lot, because there's a lot of energy and time being put to your work, to your career, to something like a project, a goal. For those that may not be working, maybe cleaning up your environment, cleaning up your home, decluttering, or working on your finances itself. And I feel like this is a really stark, sudden realization, like, hey, time is ticking here. Life is moving on really quickly. Some of you have kids that are really young, or you simply, and this could be your kids, grandkids, other kids. There's some energies around family, as you define it, blood or not blood, it doesn't matter. There's something coming in here in December where time is ticking. You're realizing the nature of life, of time. Excuse me, sorry. The camera accidentally shifted when I hit it. And I feel like your priorities are changing or will be changing this month. You may be suddenly thinking, oh my gosh, I can't believe, half the year is almost over. Well, at this point, we're almost at the end of 2023, but you may be feeling, I can't believe how much time has passed and I really haven't gotten to spend time or quality time or the time that I want to. I'm putting so much energy on things that I don't value them in the same way anymore. I feel like something happens internally, again, an internal wake-up call, and it could be something outside of you. For some of you, I'm getting leaving the workplace, leaving the job, you're disconnecting from potentially a community or something you were involved in for a long time, or you're decreasing hours spent. I'm clicking to a lot of workaholics here, or former workaholics, or people that are trying to not work as much, where you're trying to the time and energy that you invested in something, you're reinvesting and reallocating to other things that are more meaningful and aligned to you right now. So your values are shifting. So December, you're really going to be thinking about, what do I value? Because for some of you, it's not work anymore. And I feel like this has created such a strong, and it has had a strong impact on you, because you may have identified with what you do, how people perceive you, your public image, your standing in the world. It could be part of being, oh, excuse me, I'm like so tongue-tied these past few days. It could be part of being, it could be because you're part of a volunteer organization where people know you. You may have some type of managerial or leadership position. It could be work as well. And you're realizing this is not meaningful to me anymore in the way that it was. There's, again, a huge focus here on long-term legacy, on investing in what truly matters to you. And for some of you, it's not what it used to be. So this could bring up a huge reminder to you on the idea of the finite, the end. I'm hearing end, finite, delicacy of life itself, the cycle, how fast time may be moving according to your perception, and how you want to start putting forth the energy and time into things that truly matter to you and that you value. You may be seeing a lot of 10s. Some of you are pivoting as well. What I'm channeling right now, some of you are changing careers, because what you're doing now, it may actually bring you a lot of money, but it's not making you happy. It may actually be, I'm getting movie references, but when you have everything you want on the outside, nice car, an amazing house, maybe a lot of, I don't know, a big collection of something. People think that you have everything and that, your life must be perfect or happy. But deep down, there's an emotional emptiness, because what you most want may be something that you don't currently have, like deep connections, relationships, maybe stronger relationships to your family, to friends. Maybe you want to start a family. Maybe you want to contribute or be of service to others or volunteer. Some of you are going to be changing your careers or jobs, and it may come in unexpectedly. You may be thinking about it and something happens externally. Again, I kept getting epiphany, like a sudden internal realizations within you. But I feel like the universe is wanting to precipitate this and accelerate the process. It's like, okay, you got to do this now. And you may already be getting hints about it and thinking about it. And the universe is like, okay, time's up. We're going to put up the scenario where you're going to be laid off. It's that kind of tower moment that I'm feeling, because it's quick. 8 of Wands here is quick. Something may happen where all of a sudden you're made redundant, you're laid off, or you decide to quit. But what I'm getting here, the bottom line is that you want to reinvest and reallocate your energy, because you want to see something grow. And this has to do a lot with what matters to you, what you find valuable, what connects to your values and your beliefs, and also energies around you. There's people here. Some of you are also realizing the nature of mortality. Some of you may be contemplating, contending with age. And it has nothing to do with if you're 60 or or if you're 18. You just know you're getting older in this world, and you want to invest in things that are meaningful to you. You want to contribute in a more intentional way. And some of you, what you're doing now doesn't meet that requirement or that criteria. So that means shifting. That means changing. There's an emotional and physical balancing that's needed here. Because some of you, the physical, what are they? The physical needs are met, right? Like I talked about. The practical, tangible needs of finances. And for others, the emotional part is there, and you're wanting to marry the two together. And for some as well, you're in situations that are not allowing you to grow in the way that you want. You may be stuck in dead-end jobs. You may be stuck in repeating situations where you're like, I can never get enough or get past this particular marker. I always feel like I'm going in a hamster circle. And this energy, like I mentioned before, it could be you suddenly realizing that and you're like, okay, time to take action. I'm putting my resumes out. I'm going to maybe take training or start a business on my own, whatever it is, or the universe is going to intervene and give you, I feel like many of you have gotten signals because your soul is wanting to elevate in some way, whether it's change jobs, stop being a workaholic and invest that time and energy with people and things that truly matter to you, that you value. And for others, you're like, I deserve more. I don't need to be stuck working so much, because you're valuing yourself and it's changed. Let's see what other messages the universe has for my Geminis at this time. What else do they need to know, please? What else do my Geminis need to know? Oh, you got another card that flipped. Okay. First card, we got crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Look at this. Some of you are about to leave a chapter of your life or end it and start anew. This is a soul, to me, this is my soul upgrade card. Your soul's evolving. Similar to Temperance in the tarot. We got passion and pleasure, savor your life. We got full moon for both of these, and we just had the full moon in Gemini, which really highlighted communication and relationships in particular. So this really confirms what I've just spoken of and what I just detailed. Some of you just want to savor and experience life. You're wanting to invest in things that are meaningful to you. You know, there comes a point where, yeah, you can keep working and get more and more money, but what does it really bring to you? How much meaning is there in just having all this money, but you're not able to spend or share it with anyone? Likewise, if you're someone that's trying to get out of a certain limitation or threshold, it's like, how much more do I have to keep enduring or going through these same cycles? I'm changing something. So there's a change in the system, in the process, which is going to give you a different output that's happening here. A lot of you are crossing these bridges, which can be scary because some of you are leaving behind a life you have known for so long. You're leaving behind a life where you may have been known in your field, in your career, in that volunteer position, whatever area that has really dictated and has demanded a lot of your time and energy and focus. You may be leaving that behind, and that can be scary even when you're doing it. Some of you, this means retiring. That could be scary because you're like, well, what is the next chapter gonna bring me? There's a fear here, and I'm getting goosebumps. So for this pertains to all age groups. Some of you are about to enter a completely new way of living because your values have shifted. Look at this, you're crossing that bridge over and you're being guided by your own intuition. I feel like this is spirit, universe, God nudging you and assisting you at this time. Some of you, your sacral chakra is really screaming, help us, help me. We need a change here. We want to feel more alive, more passionate. Some of you want to spend more time with people that you care about and love. Let's see what other messages the universe has for my Geminis. What else do they need to know for this month? Thank you. We have Cancer, the doula. This is the sign. Some key themes associated with Cancer are feeling sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family-oriented. Guys, I won't repeat it, but I know I mentioned family a few times. We have the full moon here, and we just had the full moon in Gemini. Some of you may have strong Cancer placements as well, but Cancer is very intuitive. I just said that, crossing over the bridge. Cancer may be playing a prominent role, and we have the upcoming lunation in Cancer as well in several weeks. So at the time of this filming, I should say, for 2023. Cancer represents too the family, ancestors, the ancestral line, lineage. Could also represent family too, but real estate in the home. So these themes may be particularly important to you. Some of you may have worked in real estate, been real estate moguls, been known, have had a very lucrative career, probably very dynamic, but it's not something you may value in the same way. But I also feel like this speaks of changing real estate, right? It's all about value. A lot of metaphors coming through here. Some of you want to make deposits in other areas of your life, and you want to stop withdrawing from them. I don't know why I'm getting all these metaphors related to banking, accounting, money. But I feel like some of you may be combining family, like multi-generational family, moving closer to family. Some of you may be moving as well. There's a focus here on family as it pertains to how you define it. What other messages does the universe have, please, for my Geminis? What else do they need to know for this month? We have Labyrinth. This is the awakening soul or awakened soul oracle, Labyrinth. This very much connects to this energy for me, crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. There's a sense of recalibrating here, putting yourself back on your path. Some of you are exiting, again, a chapter is about to close in your life, and I feel like this is a big one. A big chapter. It could be of work. You're about to retire. You're changing jobs. You're stepping down from being a workaholic or putting a lot of time in the office or work, whatever you did. There's something where your energy is shifting big time. There's a sense of like peace, inner peace coming in, and will be coming in the coming months, and I feel like years for you, because you're going to feel like your soul is recalibrating itself, and it feels good doing this change. It may feel a little bit foreign at first. You may feel a little bit lost, akin to a labyrinth where you're trying to find your way out, but you're going to get there, and you're going to know. This is also very much about following your own intuition, because your intuition is going to get you through this labyrinth. This also brings to mind, I have to say, mindfulness. Perhaps it connects to pleasure and passion, because when you are having fun, you're focused on the moment. Ever notice when you are truly engaged and enjoying yourself, you're not thinking about your laundry, you're not thinking about your to-do list or the future or worrying. You're in the moment. Ever had those experiences where you just forget time exists and you're having so much fun? Whether it's a day out with your kids, or you're taking yourself out and hiking and you're just having the time of your life, or you're playing with your dog, or whatever it is. You just lose time as we know it. There's something here too about connecting to that. Some of you are getting off constantly having to do and perhaps receive external validation or some type of external recognition, and it's almost as if you're getting that yourself, and that's simply like withdrawing. It's almost taking the opposite side of the coin and doing what it is that your heart is asking you to do. You're very much tapped into your intuition, my Geminis. I feel like your intuition is leading your heart. It's not your mind anymore. Because some of you have, naturally, with Mercury being your ruler, have always been focused on thinking about things in very perhaps dominant way, but also in a very analytical way. And now your heart is speaking louder. Let's get some final advice and a final message with the Archangel Michael Oracle. Okay, what final advice does the universe have for my Geminis? Let's get an Archangel Michael Oracle. Okay, thanks. Got 2 cards. Your advice, you got the Magician, Mercury ruled, Gemini, Virgo. Different ways though, completely different ways. You're being guided to manifest your dreams, to go after them because they're going to happen quickly. A lot of exuberance, aliveness, passion, fervor coming through. This reminds me a little bit of Cinderella in the story, you know, when she leaves the ball because the midnight has struck and everything starts turning back to its original form. The pumpkin, the carriage, back to the animals, to the mice, the horse, etc. But she knew what she wanted, and along the way things just came into her reality that helped her, right? But she was a hard worker, and that's the same energy that I'm getting here for you. Define and delineate and denote, what do I want next? Because for so many of you, I feel like it's very different energy than what you're doing now, because I feel like it's going to happen. Your life is going to change. Your life is going to change very quickly. There's a strong manifesting energy right now with this, and you're being guided to dream big and to do that. Your Archangel Michael advice, we have number 8, deeper insights are at hand. Your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect before moving forward. So this is again about, ooh, I just flipped this card. It just popped in the air. This is about gaining clarity. Really asking yourself, what do I desire right now in my life or in this chapter of my life? Because the clarity is going to help you. Some of you may feel like, I keep coming back to the Labyrinth card, maybe feeling a little bit lost. Because I feel like what you want to do or what you're being called may be something very different. And finally, we got 29, which reduces to an 11. Signifies new beginnings, but also spiritual upgrading. An ascension in your development. Stay the course. Don't panic. You're not on the wrong path. You're just having a bumpy start. I feel like Archangel Michael is confirming this. Learn from your experiences and keep going. This also reminds me of, I'm getting She-Ra and He-Man, the cartoon. Look at this. If any of you are feeling like this, I feel like clarity is coming for you. Some of you may be at the point where you're on the bridge, but you're stopping midway and you're like, oh, I don't know where to go. It's okay. We've got a lot of light here with the full moons depicted, a lot of illumination here. It's coming. Same thing. My Geminis, I hope this reading has helped. Comment down below. Let me know if this is what's happening, what's been going on for you. I sense so much optimism in these readings that I've done so far for December. And I feel like pieces are coming into place. They're settling down. And I feel like it's giving folks a new way of looking at things and proceeding in their own journey. If this has helped you in any way, I would truly appreciate your support by hitting the thumbs up button. That is the best way to support my channel as it continues to grow. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon.